Hi, Dennis. This is Josh Jackson. I appreciate you taking the time to work with us on this and prompt uh, installation. Um, kind of what we're going for here is a kind of a darker themed on the bottom portion of the home, and then on the peaks having a subtle orange uh, across the top with matching vents. Our inspiration for this is similar to this, where it's a darker theme trim and with some accent colors of orange and stone. I obviously we're buying two different styles of house, but this is the theme that we're going for. We found this stone veneer at Menards. This is our first preference, but if you look at the front of the house, we are also wanting to have floodlight cameras and accent lighting and window flower boxes. I've indicated on the video here where we want the window boxes under each window on the front of the house. These accent lighting boxes, we want them to match the siding of the house, so the darker color. Same thing with the floodlight camera towards the top of the siding. Like I mentioned, the vents across the peaks need to match the color of the siding above. This stone would be, I think it's under feet, but the around the front door, if you, here's another angle. Oops, this is the actually. We want the floodlight and security camera below the orange portion of the roof. I'm going to need to run power to each one of these boxes as well. So this is kind of the hesitation to do this as quick as possible. But we're also wanting to include a power outlet on the front of the house. And you can see down here. So that would be on the front south side of the front door, and then on the front north side of the house, it would be on the bottom right corner. When you enter the driveway, the peninsula room that is sticking out, we are wanting to have a power outlet up near the first floor roof on that peninsula, so we are able to plug in Christmas lights. We will put in the outlet. We just need the plastic insert cut in. We understand that the windows are currently white. At some point, we are hoping to wrap those and replace those with a darker color. So if you have any opinions or insight on when and how we should do that, I'm interested. We're wanting to match that with the darker siding, so we have a darker theme. Again, on the peninsula, we're wanting to make sure that we have a security camera, floodlight box above the window, but below the peak in the orange. Moving towards the back of the house, we want one accent lighting on the north side towards the rear of the house, so the northwest corner. We're wanting to have a light box and a power outlet somewhere on that wall. If there already is one, great. But if not, I want to at least put the box in so I can run the wire to it. Same concept on the back side of the house, which I believe is the west side. Having a power outlet up by the gutters on the first floor, so we can have the holiday lighting attached, or the festoon lights. Same thing on the back, swap out the vent. I don't care if it's a circular or square vent, whatever is currently there. It looks like they're square. That's perfectly fine with us. We don't necessarily care about the shape. It's just we want the color to match the top portion of the siding. Also, on the second floor, we're wanting to have a electrical box or a lighting mounting bracket for the floodlight on the second floor, and then also one on the first floor. So that would be that. And this would be an in addition to the porch light. This floodlight is to be triggered on an alternate connection. The dog door we were wanting to put in to the house. So into the siding, we were hoping to put that between the two existing doors. I'm unclear on what it takes to make this happen, but I'm assuming we need to frame that in some way, which we're able to do the interior work. But if you could give us some guidance on that as well. I'm also wanting to make sure to have power outlets. I believe there's existing power outlets, but just making sure that there's place or knockouts for the power outlets on the exterior or the backside of the deck. These are the two colors that we were given as our first options. I think we're going to explore additional colors, but right now, I think those were the colors that we chose. It looks like the orange is called Spice, and the darker color is called Manor. On the front side of the garage, we're wanting the peak to be orange, the bottom portion to be the darker Manor color. Above the garage door, centered, I would like to have another knockout for electrical lighting security camera, as well as on the back and side of the south side of the garage. So on the south side of the garage, I want to make sure that there's a power outlet on that's at the ground level, and then an additional power outlet that is at the at the roof level for holiday lighting. On the backside of the garage, at ground level, I want a power outlet, and then again on the west side, or the backside of the garage, or the west side, having an additional power outlet above with a centered security camera. This is the garage. And this is the view from the back of the house. I am curious on the roof ventilation. I'm unclear on if there is existing ventilation and what can be done to do that or update that to the industry standard. If it's cutting additional vents in, but I know we need to add insulation, but I'm hoping to clean up the chimney line and put in a different an I'm willing to turn off or cut off the chimney, but having a vent, I believe the hot water heater vents through the chimney currently, and that is the only actually I'm unsure if we need to remove the chimney. If you could provide insight in that, that would be great, or that would be helpful anyways. If this stone is not an option, given for any particular reason, we have to go with a siding type option. We were interested in the Canyon Blend stone siding or stone facade. It looks like it's, again, this is from Menards, but the color that we like is Canyon Blend Novik stone. On the south side of the home, the side with the AC unit, I believe there is a dryer vent, there's a power outlet on that side. I want to make sure that there's at least one power outlet knockout, and then also one accent lighting on the southwest side of the house. There's an additional vent on the second floor, and we want to add an additional power outlet knockout towards the roof on the south side of the second floor for holiday decorations. And again, at the peak or at the center of the second floor, we would also like to have a lighting mount for his floodlight and security camera. And on the peak, there is a vent that needs to match the top portion of the siding, the color of the siding. I believe that is each question that, or the questions that we have. We also are interested in the texture of the accent orange to be this particular style. The squared with the squared siding with the vertical lines. If that's not available, the half round shingles is our second option. We are curious about wrapping the windows in this darker color and what that would take, or if that's something that a service that you provide, or we would definitely like to hear more. And again, all the knockouts, we're wanting them to match the darker trim. Any trim work on itself or Ridgeway, we would like it to be the darker trim as well. If essentially erring on especially on the gutters, trying to err on the side of the darker theme. But I think this should, the window boxes, the inspiration for that is something similar to this, where just something to mount to, and we will build custom sized window boxes. And if you have an alternative of what we should be using there versus the box that we suggested, please let me know. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or Paula, and we can answer any questions that you may have. But this is kind of the general theme that we're going for. Let me know if you have questions. Thanks.